right, so we got Jet Li's first time in the van. Let's go. Yeah, so I decided to name him Jet Li, or Jet for short. So he's wandering around back there. But the plan for us today is to basically take like a little starter trip. So I'm gonna go, it's a little hike that's about 50 minutes. So I'm gonna see how he does in the van for a decent amount of time. Nothing too crazy though. I didn't want to like slam him on like a 4-hour overnight trip for his first ever, you know, adventure with me. So we got about a 50-minute drive, and then we've got, you know, a decent hike. Nothing too crazy. It's going to be kind of sunny today. I want to keep him nice and cool, and we'll go from there though and see how he does on kind of a longer road trip, a decent hike, and everything like that. So not staying overnight tonight, just because I don't want him to feel too uncomfortable right away, but I do want to get him started on some trips. So kind of just settled in right there for now. Doing pretty good so far though. Let's go, big boy. Come on. All right. So I've never been here. I'm a little bit confused. GPS had me following this street, which goes to the landfill. It looked like on GPS that this, let's go. Come on, dude. You can go through there. That this will take me to where I want to go. This road right here. So there's like this locked gate, but you can walk through it right there. So we're going to head up this way. Like I said, I've never been here, so a little bit confused, but we're going to see if this is, if I'm doing the right thing or not, I guess. We'll find out. So it does have me going half a mile on this road and then taking a right kind of into these hills, basically, is what GPS is telling me. I'm going to try something here with Jet Li. To it, boy. See how he does off leash. I'm the only person out here. Like literally the only, my van's right there. That's it. I'm just going to see how he does if he keeps up with me. I figure this is a good place to test that out. And just to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let him run free. Run free, boy. Have your fun. He's doing all right. Stride for stride with me. Off leash right now. So the fact that he is just cruising with me, like, stride for stride here for, like, a solid quarter mile is a really good sign to me. All right, so GPS is telling me that it's, like, right up in this area somewhere. And I do see what, oh, look, check it out. Check it out. So there's an arrow pointing you. I was going to follow this trail. I mean, it looked like the only trail out here. Okay, cool. So yeah, you get out here and there's plenty of these arrows pointing you where to go. I think that it's this stone is really what I came to see. Okay, maybe it wasn't that rock, because that just looked like a rock to me. There's supposed to be petroglyphs out here, so that's what I'm looking for today. Okay, so it looks like there's another little section here to walk through. Now it's really weird out here. This is the way that the path is going. It's really weird out here. There's no markings at all for whatever this is. So what you're looking for though, if you want to come down here and see this whenever I get to it, it's called the Los Lunas Decalogue stone. And I don't know, it's supposed to be interesting, but never been here and there's no markings. So I could just be wandering into the desert right now, for all I know. There's also a spot up here, maybe right there. And I don't think I'm going to go to it just because we're like maybe 3/4 of a mile in and I didn't bring water for either one of us. So I don't want this guy to get too thirsty, although he's doing really well. But that point up there is called King David's Point of View. So we did find an arrow continuing to point up. We're in some shade right now, so I can give this guy some scratches in the shade really quick. Pretty cool looking stone. It almost looks like this was like a fire pit at some point. There could have been a house up here. So I'm wandering around and I'm lost. So I'm not lost, but there's supposed to be there's a specific stone that I'm looking for that has inscriptions on it, and I have not been able to find it up here. And this is all just rock. I think this is King David's point of view, though. I think we got all the way up. I just saw... It almost looked like a fox. I think I just saw a wild fox, but I don't know where he went. Oh, look, look, look. Here it is. So King David's view is actually higher up than this point. But here it is right here. So this is what I was looking for. I have no idea what that says. But that's pretty cool. Whoa. Okay, so when you're coming up, the trail's kind of right there, and you'll see a spot where it goes up. That's where I went up to King David's point of view. But it actually just pops right over here. It's kind of hard to see from that trail to actually see the inscription. But when you get over here, and what's cool, oh look, there's somebody left a cross right there. There's some shade right here too, which is nice. It's early morning, so it's not as hot as it could be. You see this guy wants a little break, so we're gonna take a little break right here and then hike back down, but he is doing fantastic. So, a couple of interesting things to consider now that I'm putting them together. We're sitting there for a little while. It felt very interesting. It's very cool. Now, this is supposed to be ancient inscriptions, right? And I don't know if they're native or what, but hike up to what's known as King David's point of view. And I saw that rock where there was like the fire pit, where potentially there was a house or an adobe or something like that, right? So I'm up there at King David's point of view, and I look up at those rocks, and it looked like a fox, right? That I saw. Unfortunately, I didn't get it on video. I wasn't able to capture it. I didn't get my phone out in time by the time he was crawling up. But there's a fly on me. But in areas like this, with this kind of history, there's a lot of spiritual energy. And a lot of people believe in either skinwalkers or other spirits taking the form of animals like that. So it's like, did I see a wild fox in the middle of the desert? Maybe. Did I see something else because I'm the only person out here and I'm on some sort of spiritual ground? Also maybe. If I remember to, I'll post the link to where this place is if you guys want to come check it out. Kind of hard to find. There's no markings or anything like that. And you actually have to park at the waste management gate and then walk to the side. But there's side gates like this, and that's what you walk through. So I'm Googling it on the way down. And foxes are native to this land, both gray and red foxes. Now, I think I saw a gray fox. The only thing that weirds me out is I could have sworn, and I'll guess I'll Google this after I film this so I don't make myself look silly. I thought foxes were nocturnal hunters. So, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what that guy was doing up, unless he had a den up in those rocks and like he heard us coming and it kind of disturbed him. Maybe. This guy has walked with me side by side this entire time, no leash. We could not be more proud of him right now. He is doing awesome. Awesome. All right, so the van's right there. So we're actually already almost done. I would give this hike, it's about 2 miles, very easy. It only gets steep when you get actually up there. If you want to go to King David's point of view, that's where it gets steep. To the Decalogue stone, it's not that bad. Not very much shade though, so I'm glad that I'm doing this in the middle of May and not the middle of July or August. I would recommend very early morning, very late evening, or wintertime hikes up to this specific spot, just because there's not a whole lot of shade. So we're gonna get back. I gotta get this guy some water. All right, let's get the van on. Crank the AC up. I'll put front and back. Come on. Good ball. Good ball. All right, you want some water, dude?
Not say it that way. It's Alabama now.
You want some water? Dude, you need some water. Drink it. Drink some water, pups. You need some. I want you to drink it. All right, he started drinking it. That's good. I wanted him to drink. I want you to drink all of that, dude, if you can. So letting him rest and letting him cool off a little bit. Crank the AC. Now, one thing, we're not staying overnight tonight or anything like that. I needed some water too, but so we're not staying overnight or anything like that. One thing I did get, I didn't bring it with me right now, is I got like a small, basically I think it's like more like a swamp cooler, but I can put it on the counter in the van. And I'm hoping that when we're out adventuring and doing stuff like that, you know, summertime's coming up, the nights are going to be kind of warm. And, you know, I can open windows and stuff in the van, only so much though, you know, sometimes it's 85 degrees here at night and the van just stays warm. So I'm hoping that that will help keep it cool. Because if I'm going to adventure with him, I got to keep him cool, you know, while we're in the van, and I got to make sure that he's hydrated and stuff like that. So I need a little thing that I can carry water with. He had enough water, you know, now he was finally drinking it. Maybe he just needed to rest and get some water. Had enough water getting back to the van, but I definitely need to get something that I could carry that little cup, that collapsible cup for him. I could carry that, and I just need to make sure that I'm diligent in carrying water for him when we go on hikes like this. It's only 2 miles, but it is definitely getting warm. So that's why I wanted a young pup though. He did great, super awesome. Next week is when I'm going to be releasing the video from when I went rafting. I had to make some changes and stuff like that, and I got some new equipment. So things are going to be changing for my channel moving forward. Hopefully getting better, more dynamic, just more interesting, you know, cooler shot videos. I invested in my YouTube channel, so ready to go, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I will see you guys next week.